Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. I'm Abhisha Thomas of Standard 8A from Siddhartha Central School, Parliament. And today I'm gonna do 3 interesting experiments as being a part of National Science Day celebration. So shall we start? Yes. So without wasting any more time, let's move to our experiment. Let's do it. So our first experiment is based on the subject physics. And through this experiment, I'm gonna make you understand about the working of electrostatic force. As we all know that electrostatic force means that the force exerted by a charged body to an uncharged or charged body. So the materials required for this experiment are, we need mainly a balloon, then we need the help of a dry hair, and at last we need the help of running water. So first of all, as we all know that this inflated balloon is uncharged body. That means it have no charger. It's just an inflated balloon. So in order to make it charged, we have to rub this balloon with the dry hair. So I'm just rubbing it. Almost 5 to 10 seconds we have to rub it for getting the charges from the hair. Okay, so that's enough. So this balloon had got some charges from this hair. So the charged body will be exerting some force and it will attract the uncharged or charged body. So now let's move to our experiment.
Here the balloon acts like a charged body now, so it attracts the uncharged body, that is the water. So some force has been exerted from the balloon, so that makes the flow of water nearer to the balloon. You can see the variations in flowing of water, right? So here you can understand the function of electrostatic force.
So I hope that you had understood the working of electrostatic force very clearly. So now without wasting any more time, let's move on to our second experiment. So our second experiment is based on the subject chemistry. And through this experiment, I want to make you understand about the reaction between an acid and a base. So now let's check out our materials to get for this experiment. So first of all, we need a plastic bottle where we will be doing this experiment, and nextly we need a small quantity of vinegar which will be acting like as acetic acid. Then we need 3 to 4 teaspoons of baking soda which will be acting like a base, and at last we need a funnel and a balloon. So now let's move to our procedure. So first of all, we have to add 3 to 4 teaspoons of baking soda into this funnel so it will reach onto this balloon. So now let's add it. Since it's taking 1 teaspoon, 2, 3, and at last the 4. So now let's shake it, then only it will reach. Okay, I think it has been reached. Okay, so that's enough. Now let's take off this funnel from this balloon and put it over the plastic bottle. So I had take off the funnel from this balloon. Now let's keep this funnel over this bottle. So and now let's pour this vinegar by a small quantity onto this funnel. So I'm just pouring. Okay, so that's enough. So now let's close it. Okay, now let's take off this funnel. Now our next procedure is to fix this balloon which is containing the baking soda over this bottle. So I'm just fixing up. Okay, it has been fixed up. So now let's see the reaction. What will happen if this baking soda comes in contact with this vinegar? So first of all, we have to make this balloon upside down so it will reach. So this baking soda will reach the acetic acid, that is a vinegar. So now I'm just putting. So the reaction will be very fast. So keep attentive. Wow! 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 It's amazing. The balloon was raised up and the bubbles are also coming. A hissing sound is also there. Wow! The balloon was suddenly raised up, right? It's unbelievable. Amazing. But do you know what's the reason behind this? Now let's take off this balloon. So here, when the baking soda, that is a base, comes in contact with this vinegar, which is an acetic acid, they form sodium acetate, then carbon dioxide and H2O. So do you know what is in this balloon? It got raised up very suddenly. This balloon is being filled with CO2, that is carbon dioxide gas. And have you noticed the bubbles arising from this bottle? That is, this carbon dioxide are being released in the form of bubbles. And do you also hear the hissing sound? That also that happens while the reaction is occurring. But when you haven't put this or fixed this balloon over this balloon, you could not be able to see this carbon dioxide while this reaction. So that's all about this experiment. I hope you have enjoyed this experiment. So now, without wasting any more time, let's move on to our next experiment. So our third experiment is based on the subject biology, and through this experiment, it confirms the presence of stomata in a green leaf. So now, let's move on to the materials required for this experiment. So first of all, we need a very extreme hot water for checking the stomata in a leaf. Then we need a green fresh leaf. So I'm just picking out this leaf. This is passion fruit leaf. So I'm just putting this leaf onto this extreme hot water, and now let's see what will be the reaction. Okay, so I'm just putting it. Okay, now I dipped it up. Wow, some bubbles are being emerged from the epidermis of the leaf. Do you know what's the reason behind it? As we all know that plant leaves contain oxygen. So these oxygen are being released out in the form of bubbles to the stomata. As we all know that stomata are these tiny pores which are present in the epidermis of the leaf, which helps in the exchange of gases and photosynthesis. So the place where these bubbles are being emerged are the place where stomata are found. So this experiment confirms the presence of a stomato in a leaf. So that's all why these bubbles came when it is being placed in a hot water. You can see some small bubbles now. It's amazing. So I hope that these three interesting experiments were very informative and clear for you all. So in the coming session, I'll be coming with interesting informative video. Till then, stay tuned with these experiments. Thank you.